Boise, Idaho. Just about halfway through the season, and things are starting to take shape here in our coverage of EA Sports College football. It's the Utah State Aggies and the Boise State Broncos. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Catching up with the Utah State head coach before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Keeps it himself. Now the pitch. Runs through the tackle. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him, and a nice gain offensively here. This is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
That ought to be enough for a Utah State first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
On the ground, it's White. Runs through a tackle. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This Boise State crowd bringing the noise. It's deafening here on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Clinton. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer, gets it to the 49-yard line.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He breaks a tackle, and he used that patented spin move to pick up a few extra yards. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. From the gun. They're all over him. Escapes trouble. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. On the run, it's Cross. Hard running there. And that defense just ran through that offensive front. He broke a couple of tackles, but nowhere to run. And the Broncos with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Williams. On the move. He turns it loose to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. 3rd down upcoming for the offense after the incomplete pass. Takes his shot. Got his man. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. The Broncos want to move quickly.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into third and long situations, that's when D coordinators... creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He steps out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Big pickup on the ground, and they're rolling. And the Broncos, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Makes the grab. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Here's Williams to throw. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Boise State. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. He didn't see anyone open, said, no problem, I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Long way to go on second down. The give on the counter. Hines is way ahead for 6 and a little breathing room to the 17.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Williams. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Second and long here. On the run, it's Cross. At the 45 on his way. Might have a chance. Touchdown, Broncos. Rolling his way into the end zone.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
He'll start the return inside his 5. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Offense working from the pistol. The hand to the running back. Fights off a defender. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. To the air. It's Clinton. Rushes on. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Ran to that daylight to pick up 6 to the 22. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that 3rd and long.
And, man, I absolutely love that from this quarterback. He is not a blazer. He's not going to outrun any defensive backs on the field. But I love when you take the space that a defense gives you. They want to play a certain coverage. They want to leave up all that space open. Nice job taking off, running early in the football game, setting the tone, showing the defense that you're willing to run.
Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. Here's a give to Washington. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Talking to coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not putting it together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of it.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looking for room. Slips through the line. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Boise State ready to send out that offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now time to take a shot. Makes a catch, and he will score! Touchdown Broncos! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. To the edge, it's White. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They give it back to him. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Now on 1st down from the 28. Running inside. It's White. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. 3rd and short from the 45. Look out! Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Touchdown, Broncos! And they turn it into a defensive score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. From the gun, it's White. Powers through the defender. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. They'll run him again. That ought to be enough for a Utah State 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
A lot of yardage in front of them. 1st and 10 from their own 19. Gonna run it. It's White. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Hits inside. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Rush right in his face. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Broncos moving quickly to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Motion from the wideout. Throwing, Williams. Escapes the pressure going right. And that one's way too far for everybody.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
He's got the tight end. He stopped just inches short. Had a good catch. Tried to get it in, but was denied. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And the defense was all over it. They know 3rd down, the quarterback could be a viable threat in the run game. Played physical, played close to the line of scrimmage, made the big stop.
And they're going to try this on 4th down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Pulls it. Pitches it. Looking for the end zone. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Boise State.
Instead of running the traditional option where the running back is the pitch man, nice job by the offense, getting creative, getting a way to get their speedster, a playmaker, a receiver the football in space, and he does the rest.
And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
It's so hard to play defense when you've got things in front of you. Everybody going one direction, somebody coming back the other direction. You can't trust your eyes. Really good job by the offense, giving you some eye candy, something to look at so it wasn't easy coming downhill right at you. Hard to diagnose plays.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Off play action. Caught. Third and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Clinton. Here comes the heat. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Howie, what do you have?
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise State sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the...
He's looking deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Changing the routes with his receiver. Play action with Williams. Gonna take a shot. Goes high to pull it in. Running free. The 20. The 10. All the way. Touchdown, Broncos.
That's his... Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacked on the extra point. Out of the end zone. And the returner will be dragged down. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Swapped immediately. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Clinton. Spins away from the defender. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with a first down. The Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Straight ahead, it's White. Breaks the tackle. Breaks into the open. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Might as well run him again. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Plows his way ahead. Shakes off the defender. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. And the Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. On the return. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. As we check in with Holly.
Here on the Broncos sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Williams throws to the wideout. He'll be thinking about that one, almost an interception.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Williams will pass. Almost picked off.
And that's why that guy plays DB and not wide receiver. DBs generally don't have as good of hands as wide receivers. That ball should have been picked off on 3rd down. Come on.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Williams to throw for it on 4th. Oh, pressure's coming. They made the throw and catch, but they couldn't keep it inbound, so they'll turn it over on 4th down. Wants to throw on 1st. Under pressure. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He'll pull it down and run. Short gain on the play before he slides.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, gets some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And it's no good. He missed it. I guess the idea was to chip away at a big lead. Consider the lead not chipped away. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Takes the handoff. It's Cross. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. And the Broncos come to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Got an alley. Oh, he's got some space. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
Play fake, Williams. Throwing right. Finds a man by himself. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Gaines. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Here's Williams to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Utah State about to kick it off to open the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Williams looking for a man. They're all over him. Rolling, throwing, looking right. Goes high to pull it in. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Huge play puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. Sends it back in motion. Williams. Left side is Bowman. Touchdown Broncos. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside is 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. From the gun, running back on the move. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Just feeds the running back. Good, strong tackle.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's gonna have to throw for it. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Nestles it in at the 35. Can they catch him? Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Throwing, Williams. He slings it deep to the left. Pass is broken up downfield, and look who's there, the linebacker covering serious ground.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air, but when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Well, the quarterback has looked his way early, and he's looked his way often all game long. Now he's got over 150 yards when throwing to that guy.
He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a 1st down in the red zone. And the Broncos are threatening in the red zone. Snags it, and he's open. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Williams. Right side, it's Shelton. And he'll take it in and... And the extra point was good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Following that last play, we have a Bronco that is slow to get up. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. right back to the well. Turning it on. Past the 50. The 40. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Shut down and shut out in the first half, but finally this offense trying to put something together. Hand it to the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Some misdirection with the counter. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try the right side. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got
turning on the Jets. They get him out of bounds, couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Really nice job on the scramble that time. He saw an opening, he went out and got the first down with his legs. He's killing this defense right now, throwing it. He's now doing it running as well. Anything this guy wants to do is
wide open spaces. Touchdown, Boise State. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Rush is on. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jefferson. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. 3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. From the gun, wants to pass. Turns it upfield. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a cost.
Fires toward the end zone. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Motion from the wideout. Caught on the RPO. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Hits the hole. It's Jefferson. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. The second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Broncos! Stealing a score on special teams.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes soof and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped.
That's not what you want out of that kick return. If you're that return guy, you've got to make something happen. You've got to be able to make a guy miss. That's why you're back there in the first place, because of your athleticism, but you have got to be able to generate better field position on that kickoff return.
There he goes! After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for the edge. He'll keep it on 2nd down. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Driven back.
That defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
At the 35, he's got room. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Defense there to stop him after he spun his way to a 5-yard pickup.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Now they'll run the draw. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. In the gun end, looking to throw on 3rd down. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Searching for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Here's Williams to throw. looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Fourth down, Williams. He lobs one high down the left side. Makes a catch, first down and maybe a lot more. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the fourth down to keep the drive going.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Williams. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Finds his target. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Broncos. And they take it in for 6 more points. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. The option, he'll keep it. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Hands it off on the counter. Bring him down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
The kick is on its way. On the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Just gets rid of it to avoid the sack.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
Long way to go on second down. Got his man on the right. How about the blow he delivered in banging his way to the 41? The Broncos are in the hurry-up. Turns into the pile. Breaks into the open. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
It's a reverse. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. And now the Broncos called their first of 3 timeouts. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. And the Broncos line it up with a first and goal. On the option. Pitch to the corner. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0. Oh, and the extra point is blocked. They're going to somehow turn this into a 2-point conversion. Better to be lucky than good sometimes as they extend the lead. And he'll bring it back. And he pumps it up inside the 20. Scoop and score. Touchdown, Boise State. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Chucked it away just as he was hit.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise State sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing, late in the game with this big lead. We're curious to see how long the coaches keep him out there, but from what I can see on the sideline, he wants to continue to play. There is so much momentum and chemistry.
Looking deep. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Quickly out to the tight end. On the stop.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Making the adjustment. Wide receiver comes in motion. Williams from the gun on third down. On the run deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. It's Williams again. Makes the grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Throwing, Williams. Bought a little time, lets it go. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams.
Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. Drag down.
Number 99, set to kick this one.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
Pinned back in their own end, a 3rd and short from the 16. They'll go to the counter. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Trying to make one miss. And there he goes. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game. Doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah,